Hello, Mr. Walker. My name is Joe, and I'm a fourth-year pharmacy student on rotation here with the pharmacist at the Heart Failure Discharge Clinic. What brings you in today?
Uh, Hello, I'm here for my 2 week follow up after my recent hospitalization.
Okay, do you mind telling me a little bit more about your hospitalization?
I wasn't feeling good and had a hard time doing anything before I was admitted. I was like really short of breath, and even when I was just lying down at the hospital, they put me on a bunch of IVs, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to afford everything. But my insurance luckily paid for everything.
That's good to hear. I'm glad your insurance was able to cover everything. How are you feeling right now?
At first, I was feeling really good, even feeling much better than before I went to the hospital. But lately, I've been feeling really bad. I've had some really bad heartburn, and I've noticed that I'm more out of breath than usual.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that, about why you're feeling a little bit worse than before?
Yeah, sure. So when I left the hospital, I was doing pretty good, and I could do everything normally. I can't remember the last time I felt that way, and lately, ever since my heartburn issue, I've noticed that I'm getting more and more out of breath when I do like usual things around the house.
What about when you're not doing anything? So just when you're lying down or at rest, do you have any of those symptoms then, or is it mainly when you're out and about?
No, only when I'm moving around. For the most part, it's okay. But I when I went up a flight of stairs earlier, I was more out of breath than usual.
Okay. How long has this been going on then?
It all started. It all began when I started having that more heartburn a few days ago.
Do you mind telling me more about your heartburn?
Yeah, I would get heartburn occasionally in my life, but this week it's been a lot worse. One of my friends told me to try that Alka Seltzer Gold since it works for him. So I've been using that for a couple days, and it's really helped bring the heartburn down, and I can eat whatever I want.
That's good. I'm glad that the Alka-Seltzer Gold has been improving your symptoms and you've been feeling better. How often have you been using the Alka-Seltzer Gold?
I use 2 tablets about twice every day.
You said you're feeling a little bit more out of breath though. Have you noticed anything other than feeling out of breath since the heartburn happened?
Nope, it's the heartburn really. It only happens after I eat some meals and then goes away after I use the Alka Seltzer.
How often do you check your weight at home? Do you check it daily, every other day? Uh,
I try to check my weight daily. I've noticed that it's been increasing over the past few days, but I haven't really been eating much differently than before.
how much would you say your weight has increased then over the past few days or week?
Probably around 10 pounds over the past week.
Okay, I think I have an idea of what's going on, but let me discuss everything with the physician before I give you any recommendations. Do you mind if I go over your medication list with you, just to make
Sure.
sure on
Sure.
everything it should be?
Yep, that's fine.
If you don't mind, what medications were you discharged with from the hospital? You can give me their name and then the milligram strength.
Okay, I'm taking it aspirin, 81 milligrams, torvastatin, 80 milligrams, metoprolol, 25 milligrams, clopidogrel, if that's how you say it, 75 milligrams, furosemide, 40 milligrams, Entresto, was that 24, 26, and how do you say, is it spironolactone? Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
spironolactone.
25
Wow.
milligrams.
How are you taking the aspirin, 81 milligrams?
I take 1 tablet once a day.
How about the atorvastatin, 80 milligrams?
I take 1 tablet once a day.
And what about the metoprolol 25 milligrams?
Same. Oh, well, I take 2 tablets once a day.
You said you take two tablets once a day?
Uh, yes. Yeah, I was on metoprolol 12 and a half milligrams twice a day before my hospitalization, but now my doctor wanted me to take 25 milligrams once a day. So I figured using my home supply would be okay. I'm not really sure why it said new on the discharge medication summary. I've been on that medication for a while now because of my heart.
Okay. What about the clopidogrel 75 milligrams?
I take one tablet once a day.
And what about the furosemide 40? How are you taking that?
I take one tablet once a day.
And then the Entresto 24, 26 milligrams?
I haven't been taking that one.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there any reason why you haven't been taking that medication?
Oh, I tried to get the prescription filled at my pharmacy, but it was too much money, and I couldn't afford it with my insurance.
I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of insurance do you have?
It's through my employer.
So you aren't with Medicare or Medicaid, nothing government related?
Nope.
Okay, that makes things easier. We definitely have some options that we can do to address that. Let me again talk with the physician after we're done here and we can see what we want to do moving forward.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Anything to make sure that you're taking the medications you should be. I think we're on the last medication now, but how are you taking the spironolactone 25 milligrams?
I take one tablet once a day.
Okay, very good. That's also what we have as well. Do you have any problems remembering to take your medication?
No, yeah, I use one of those pill boxes, and I have an app on my phone, and it makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, it does. It's really nice to use technology. It really
Yeah.
helps to make sure that you take your medications when you're supposed to. How do you feel about taking your medications?
Uh, I feel okay, I guess. I know taking them is important, and they seem to keep me healthy.
Yep, that's good. I'm glad you feel that way. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Walker. That's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
None. I think I'm good. I'm just concerned I'm not going to have to get readmitted again. I don't want to go back to the hospital. So.
Yeah, definitely something we don't want you to do either. You look pretty stable. I think we should be able to treat you as an outpatient. Let me step out of the room here, talk with your physician and your medical team, and then we'll come back and talk to you about what we want to do moving forward.
All
Sound
right.
like a plan?
That sounds great. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.